It would be Rise, one of the most prolific goal scorers in the final 10 seconds of a game. He's tied it in game 2, 8 seconds to go. Double kickoff for KC. They're going for the big win, and they've got the net open, but not the angle of the shot. It's Rise! Oh! Surely! I cannot believe it. They've done it!
The bot kickoff! Send both of them! It worked immaculately! 2-1!
So this is elimination match. Dignitas need 2 goals in 24 seconds, otherwise they are going to be eliminated at the hands of OG. And they tried the double kickoff that KC had some success with in Europe last weekend. So there it is. That's what the double kickoff attempt looked like. But we need to slow it down to really see what's going on here. So that we're on Arsenal POV, I believe. He initially just does a kickoff approach as normal. Gyro does as well. Initially, let's look at Gyro's POV, see if he did anything different. Because it's a double diagonal spawn. Anyone could be going. It could be JNaps, could be Com. Maybe they know it's Com, or maybe they have an idea it's going to be Com. But yeah, they both initially flip as normal. But yeah, Gyro lets go of his boost a little bit there, so that he can arrive a touch late. Because what he wants to have happen is he wants Com to hit the ball at the same time as Arsenal, straight sideways, so that Gyro gets a dunk and it goes off this corner wall very, very quickly, or into the back corner with a violent bounce for Evo to cheat forward and use. But Com doesn't give them that. This is actually good play by Com, and I wanted to highlight this because when you take a closer look, you can see that although they tried to read a default kickoff by him, watch what he does. Do you see that turn at the last second from Com? He doesn't hit the ball hard in the middle and just force it sideways, which is what would have happened if him and Arsenal both hit the ball normally. He goes, turns at the last second, turns his car into more of a ramp. He realized what they were doing and steers, and the ball goes more into the air, doesn't get dunked on. So really, really good play by Com to avoid that kickoff strategy, which can lead to immediate goals and would have given Dignitas a chance to come back. Here's what it looks like when it works, though. This is KC against Gentlemates. We've got to skip forward a little bit here to find the goal in question. So this was a goal. I don't think they did it on this next kickoff, did they? No, they can't on this one because it's not a double diagonal spawn. But yeah, KC late in the game, they tied the game. They had a double air dribble bump, actually. That's a story for another day, but double air dribble bump to tie the game. And now, if we take a look at Rise and Atto, I think it was. We're at Atto POV here. He has a look to see what's happening to his left, check out where everybody is. Okay, he's figured it out. Now, it seems like KC also don't know who's going for the kickoff on Gentlemates. This is game 2, so they're maybe not 100% sure. Maybe sometimes Seiko goes, sometimes Juicy goes. Maybe they do have a read on who it's going to be. But initially, Atto does flip forward normally. And so does Rise. Sorry to pause here, but we're going to watch from Rise POV as well. He does flip forward normally as well, but notice what he does when he realizes, or rather notice what Atto does. When Atto realizes that it is actually Juicy who's going for the kickoff, watch what he does. He slows down and he flips to the right, knowing that if Juicy does this, if he just does a normal kickoff, look at that from Juicy, normal kickoff, Atto's going to get a massive, massive block. But again, I'll slow it down so you guys can see what's happening. Wait, I need to do this. Atto and Rise both initially flip forward. They see it's Juicy going, so Rise continues to go for a normal kickoff. Atto slows down, actually doesn't aim for the ball at all. He aims for the right of the ball, because that's where the ball is going if Juicy and Rise both hit the ball normally, which is what happened. And he gets a huge block that flies into the backboard, much faster than a conventional kickoff would. Much, much faster. But if you want to understand how fast, we need to obviously look at Seiko's POV. A lot of POVs here, but I think they all add up to make sense. Yeah, watch this from Seiko's POV. This is why this kickoff can be so dangerous to go up against. He half flips, he turns back to his goal. Bang, it's off the backboard. Vatira beats Juicy to the ball. Seiko gets demoed before he can really figure out what's going on. And KC have scored to win the game with 1 second left. So it's a really cool kickoff strategy. If you do this against your teammates, if you do this against your opponents in ranked, they're going to fall for it a lot of the time because most players are not really paying attention to what's happening on the double diagonal kickoff. They just go for the ball and hit it the same way every time. So if you and your teammate both go for the ball, and then the player who's opposite the guy who is going for the other team continues to go. So in this case, it was Rise. We could watch it again one more time in case you missed it. Rise and Atto both go for the kickoff. As soon as they realize who's going on the other team, they can see it's Juicy. At this point, they're calling it, who needs to block. They're probably saying Atto block, or Rise is saying you block, you block. I don't know what they're saying, but you just need to very quickly realize which player on the other team is going for the kickoff and match them. That way the ball, I mean, we've all seen this. The ball just flies into the sidewall when two players hit it from the same side. If you can block it like Atto did there, then you can give your team a very, very strong position. But I also love Atto's continuation. I don't want to just finish talking about this just yet, because there's more to this. Atto gets a block, and then he realizes he's still supersonic here, because he got bumped into this. Look at that. He realizes he's still supersonic, so he just continues and demos Seiko. He just used that immediately. Now, that might not happen every time. I imagine that the player who's going for the block, like Atto is here, you might get bumped into the sidewall, you might get demoed. There's lots of different things that could happen there, but really good heads-up play by Atto. And he's not done. Did you guys see that as well? He's not done. He just dunked on Juicy, demoed Seiko. Now he's got no boost, no problem. Wave dash, chase Itachi into the net. Rise beats Itachi because Atto chased him. It's like everything that happened there is all because of Atto and what he's doing in the kickoff and then afterwards as well. Very, very clever. Really cool kickoff strat. Definitely one that will continue to work against teams who are not expecting it or not prepared to go up against it. But yeah, it's super interesting. I think Com's attempt to counter it was really smart. He turned away instead of hitting the ball hard into the opponent. He just went for a losing kickoff instead. And it actually worked out really well. So interested to see if that continues to be an attempted counter other teams go for. Because if it is, then the team who are going for this strat KC just pulled off. You don't need to keep going for it. You can actually just fake it. This is going to turn into a crazy mind game where instead of continuing to go for the double kickoff, what will happen is, imagine Juicy turns away from the ball like Com did. Atto and Rise could fake the double kickoff, and then instead of going for the actual dunk, Rise could just chip the ball to the right, probably get it past Juicy if he's trying to turn too slowly. Or you could just go for a big dunk on him himself and not even rely on Atto to get a dunk. You could just like if your opponent turns like Com did to the left here, the player in Rise position can just single jump into the ball and then flip into it, and it will go over them anyway. And then Atto's already got momentum in that direction. So there's so many different layers to this. The counter by Com isn't where the flowchart ends. We don't know where the flowchart ends. We have to wait and see. But anyway, I thought I'd show you guys that one because it's a pretty cool strat. It's not as... a lot of people see double kickoff and they think, okay, yeah, they're both just hitting the ball. But there is actually more going on if you watch the replay and see what the players are doing. And yeah, the reason I'm talking about Com, if you go back in my video a little bit, you'll see Dignitas tried the same thing against Com today, and Com countered it by not hitting the ball into the dunk. He turned away. Which was a really, really good play by Com, but one that could be exploited by a team faking a double kickoff in the future. Hope you enjoyed the quick bot kickoff breakdown, guys. If you do want more content like this, be sure to check out the top link in the description. Myself and apparently Jack put a video out every week for thenextrank.com for free that you can get access to if you sign up on the website. And if you want to see more kickoff breakdowns like this, let me know in the comments as well. Thanks for watching.